One of the biggest arguments in the GTA community is one question, revolving around the Ballas and the families. Are they Bloods or Crips? Before we get in the video, please sub and leave a like. I put a lot of work in this video. Thank you. Today we are going to be breaking down if they are based off the Bloods or Crips, based off of references given out through the game, starting with Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, released on October 26, 2004. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas will be based in Los Santos, a city that's based on Los Angeles, a city that has roots to gangbanging as early as the 1920s. But it would become more popular as groups like the Crips and the Bloods formed, making their way into mainstream media with gangster rap, inspiring Rockstar to make the characters that we love today.
What's up with you?
Yeah, homie, yeah, it's good to see you back.
In Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, we have three sets of the families gang: the Grove Street families, the Seville Boulevard families, and the Temple Drive families. But unfortunately, due to the lack of story behind each set, we will have to go off the Grove Street families. One of the biggest things I hear about them, that they are based off the Lime Hood Piru gang, but I highly doubt that, due to the Grove Street families in the beta version being called the Orange Grove families, and will wear the color orange, but for some reason later on be changed to the Grove Street families and will wear the color green. The cause of this is unknown, but it could be due to people confusing Hoover Criminals with Crips. So to the people saying that they are Bloods, you are not wrong. They share many similarities to the Bloods, such as their turf. Grove Street will resemble Spruce Street in Compton, California, an area mainly controlled by the Piru set of the Bloods, and would even throw up gang signs shared by the Blood Street gang. While having members like B-Dub being voiced by Cedar Block Piru member The Game.
Say something! Hey, nah, I had no choice, I was threatened.
The name families can even be linked to the Inglewood family blood set in Inglewood, California, and would even have multiple similarities from the movie Training Day that could be taken. So they have to be mainly based off the Bloods, right? Wrong. Nicknames, members, and terms displayed throughout cutscenes can easily debunk the idea of them being based off the Bloods mainly. I noticed when watching the cutscenes that they've referenced a lot of South Central, a movie based on the Hoover Criminals. The Hoover Criminals are a gang that wears the color orange and are one of the most hated gangs in Los Angeles, beefing with many sets of the Bloods and Crips, but would also have some factions of the Hoovers falling under the Crip Alliance. I see a lot of the inspiration through the story and terms from the Grove Street gang, from being the most hated set within their own to using the term Groves.
Look, Smoke, we go way back. We Groves, man.
That's what I'm talking about, that's my dog.
You see, CJ will refer to themselves as Groves, while the Hoovers will call themselves Groovers, and members such as Big Bear is based off the Hoover Deuce member Loco.
Just give me the drink.
He ain't no Deuce. He's a motherfucking Shermhead.
A high-ranking gang member who has turned into a basehead when the gang grew. While being a common name, even the name Johnson can be linked to the gang's leader, OG Bobby Johnson. While having a lot of references linked to the Hoover Criminals, they will also share similarities to the Crips, mainly through their members such as Ryder, based off of Eazy-E, a rapper who would belong to the Kelly Park Compton Crip street gang, and would even have voice actors that link back to the Neighborhood Crips. While the hate for the Grove set would mainly be inspired by the Hoover Criminals, I do believe that the breakup of the Crips, ending in a Crip versus Crip conflict, could have contributed to the families versus family story, because Crips are known for having inner beef within the Crip Alliance. So are the families in San Andreas based off the Bloods, Hoovers, or Crips? I would have to say that the families of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas are mainly inspired on the Hoovers and the Crips, but will borrow things from the Piru Bloods. Now let's jump over into GTA 5, released on September 17th, 2013. The families gang in GTA 5 have 5 confirmed sets, starting with the Chamberlain Gangster Families, the Carson Avenue Families, the Forum Drive Families, the Davis Neighborhood Families, and of course, the Grove Street Families, which are inactive. And luckily for us, Rockstar gave us a little bit more to go off of for their 5 sets. These new family sets will have neighborhood cards similar to the Bloods and the Crips. These cards will be the Gangster card, the Avenue card, and the Neighborhood card. And just like the Crips, they will continue having inner beef within the gang. The Davis Neighborhood Families will run under the obvious card, being based off the Rollin 100 Crips, but more than likely being mainly based off the Rollin 60 Crips, since it's one of the most known sets within the Rollin card, and their main rival will be the Chamberlain Gangsters. And as far as location, they are based around Grove Street, as stated earlier in the video, is based on the Pyru's hood. The Chamberlain Gangsters will be under the Gangster card, along with the Forum Drive families, and will be based off the A-Trade Gangster Crips. This can be easily proven by the card and term like moving, and you can hear Lamar saying this in many cutscenes.
Don't need that though, cause y'all down with LD. Ha ha! Move it! Get a job, Buster.
But they will even borrow small things from the Neighborhood Crips, such as the gang size, because the Chamberlain Gangsters will be one of the biggest sets within Los Santos under the family umbrella, and while having breakoff factions of the Gangster card. And yes, other sets do fall under the Gangster card, but it's more known for the Rollins that have more numbers from the outside looking in. They will also borrow influence from Chamberlain Hills, better known as the Jungles, an area controlled by the Black Peastone Bloods. But that's all they will grab from the Bloods for the family's gang in GTA 5. The Carson Avenue Families. While the GTA fandom website will say that they are based off the A-Trade Gangster Crips due to their conflict with the Chamberlain Gangsters, who are based off the Rollin 60s, this information will be wrong. The Carson Avenue family set are based off the Raymond Avenue Crips due to them having their own umbrella known as the Avenues, and will get along with the Neighborhood card while having beef with people under the Gangster card. So are the families in GTA 5 based off the Bloods, Hoovers, or Crips? I would have to say that they are based off the Crips mainly, while sharing a little bit from the Bloods. If you enjoyed this video, hit the sub button, leave a comment below, and tell me if I missed anything that could be added in a future video. This is your boy, LS Central, checking out.
Rico got the sauce.